Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel where I do whatever I want. Yesterday, I lay in bed, my brain rewinding every single embarrassing and stupid thing I have ever done. Like every time someone looked at me and their eyes said, "What's wrong with you?" And every mistake that resulted in a miniature Hiroshima-style explosion over my life and relationships. And by 4 a.m., I decided to just stop the overthinking and to start searching for a method to erase my life and begin anew, which proved to be too expensive, but possible, which was a little bit surprising. So I said we'll go for the second option and try to work hard on becoming a better human being. But I'm lazy, so instead I decided to pick up some biographies and memoirs and to learn their psychology and driving points. Maybe that will turn me into a totally 100% different person. And I guess this is my 2026 resolution, but not really, because I am not holding myself accountable. I'm dividing this thing into two categories. The first is people I want to be and can't be for now, but there is a chance if I turn into a completely different person by some head trauma or something. The second is people I totally 100% don't want to be, but can be if I turn into a sociopath or a politician, I guess. Not to say that they equal the same thing, but it just so happens that most politicians are kind of sociopaths in this period of time. So let's start with the first category, people I want to be, and hopefully maybe I can be. So the first one is on writing a memoir of the craft by Stephen King. Now, I personally have never imagined myself a writer, though did write a few chapters of a story some time ago, and I enjoyed it in ways I didn't expect. Sometimes we sit down to write some fictitious story and just subconsciously write about our own lives and struggles and find resolution to our own problems in the character's path. So I believe that we should all try to enhance our abilities in writing as much as we do in reasoning. Another one is West with the Night by Beryl Markham, something like that. She was the first solo person to fly across the Atlantic from east to west. Now, again, I am not an adventurous person, and what way to learn to be adventurous but to read and strive to be one? Totally not real, but let's just imagine that it is. Now, I won't be flying a plane or anything, but I sure would like, I would love to just become more fearless in character and learn to say yes to things without being guided by fear. Lastly, now this one is a bit different because I don't really want to be like this character, more so than, I guess, become more social by possibly understanding some things in the background on these things. First of all, I don't use social media, and it's a little funny considering that I'm making a YouTube video, I know, but I never found the appeal to it. I don't have enough friends, nor am I interested enough to post every single second about my life, so I don't use it. I am, however, fascinated by the corporate side of social media. It's a lot of decision making, a lot of people, a lot of personal information being shared on the daily. I mean, some people just don't need internet. I'm sorry. But one has to wonder what's happening in the background, inside the kitchen. What spices is the cook using? And if I'm ever gonna use social media someday, I'd sure like to know these things. Now, I know these things, these books, they are not much, but I like to take things easy. And by a few months, I just might change my mind and read something else. So, next category, people I don't want to be like. The world is a mess, okay? Now more than ever. So the first book is King Leopold's Ghost. The guy, to say the least, is just full-on evil, and it's not something new. I wanted to read up on one of the original maniacs in history who led the genocide in the Congo. And you would think we would not be doing this again. We would not, after everything that has happened, not repeat history, but it seems there is literally everything that we do. And I don't know what to say more about this. Next, this other one, now this next one, it is kind of personal. Imagine the little me, the little miniature version of my voice, the one that lay in bed just after a good nighttime story that her mom read for her, and her mom read her The Bluebeard. If someone doesn't know what the story of the Bluebeard is, it is a guy who murders his wives and cuts them into pieces and just shoves them in this one room, and every single woman, like wife, that comes along, he tests her and he goes on, I'm going on a trip, so you better not use this key and go into this room, or I will find out and there will be consequences. And this last wife, she went in and the blood like got on the key and magically cannot be removed, and her brothers ended up saving her and killing him. So I don't know what adults would ever read a children's tale like this story, but that scarred me much more than the horror movies that I saw at the time. And recently I came to learn that the story is based on a real person. And this is my second pick. It's called The Trial of Gilles de Rais, something like this. I don't know, probably this is why I can't have friends. But it talks about the possible first serial killer to exist, though I much doubt it. So, next one. Wise Guy. This one is about the mafia, and we've all watched the movies The Godfather, the years of fascination with the mobsters and the Italian mafia. Personally, I was never interested in them. It always seemed to me that they were over-romanticized, while in fact their loved ones got hurt, and like for what? Some money? Glory and honor among thieves? At last, I thought, why not add that to the pile and try to maybe reconcile with the existence of this genre. I don't know if I read them all or if I'll ever acquire some understanding or hopefully not inspiration in the case of the second category. But I've always enjoyed biographies and memoirs because we just live life and it makes no sense until we just grow old and we see it lay before us. And perhaps it will be a reminder that at the end of things, everything will make sense. I don't think my life personally makes sense, but in case of these people who actually have written these memoirs and biographies and stuff like that, their lives made sense. So we'll read that. This last part, it is, I guess, honorable mentions. I have a collection of physical copies of books that I have had for a very long time and never got around to reading them. So let's start. First book. This one is complicated because I read it, I guess, half through. I reached the half part and then I was like, I cannot handle this character. He's insufferable. I hate him so much, and I just dropped it. It's called The Red Badge of Courage and Other Stories, Wordsworth Classics by Stephen Crane. I know it talks about cowardice and courage in the battlefield, and a lot of people have enjoyed it. I didn't at the time. I'm an entirely different person, so I'm gonna give it a try this year and see if it's tolerable. I'm gonna see if it's tolerable. The second book, I actually have this one like a collection. It's a Game of Thrones. It's the first book. I watched the series, season 1 through 5, and I just got tired of the characters and their decisions. And when I got these as a gift, I thought I'm gonna give this a go and see if the books are any different from the series. I reached 180 pages in. I mean, what this is like 700 pages, 800 pages, and I couldn't find another reason to continue reading it. So I'm gonna try to just read it. I'm gonna try to just read it and probably just give it away to a friend or stuff like that. This third one, I'm actually pretty excited about it because I love George Orwell. I read Animal Farm and 1984, and I hear, or at least if I remember correctly, this is one of his first books. It's A Clergyman's Daughter, and I'm very fascinated by George Orwell. I don't know why I haven't read this actually. So this is gonna be at the top of the pile. Last but not least is Ernest Hemingway, For Whom the Bell Tolls. I've read a lot of Ernest Hemingway. A lot. I mean, back in the day, I used to read so much of his books. I just never got around to reading this one. I wanted to take a pause from his style of writing because anyone who has read his books knows how simple and easy his writing is. I guess, I don't know why, I just needed the pause and wanted something different at the time. But I'm back. I'm back for it and I'm gonna finish it, hopefully. So yeah, that's it. That's all. There's not gonna be any accountability though. This is just me putting something out there, and maybe I'll read these books. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will transform into a completely different person. Maybe I won't be alive to even make another video tomorrow. Hopefully not. But bye.